pause. Press play. Don't pause.
All right, y'all. Here we go. Next episode. I believe this one is 13. Burning through these. All right, let's go. Yeah, what happened to the finger? The other finger that transformed. I guess they gotta find it, right? That was a cool little arc, though. Shit. Makinai. Hey, I like that, man. I mean, they're gonna have to get reunited in time. So in Japan, you usually sneeze if somebody is talking about you. That's just a side thing. I feel like that for the most part completed an arc. And then at episode 12, I generally think that is like a halfway point for certain animes. So I guess that was the halfway point, and I liked it because I gotta tell you guys, my feeling on Jujutsu, I heard a lot about it, but I honestly speaking, I was not feeling it for the most part. Except keeping with the main character. Like everybody else was just, I mean, some of the side characters were cool, but like when they started diverting into like this school thing, I was like the academic stuff and what, like, you know, the tournament, I was like, nah, this is getting dumb, man. Like, but I'm glad they kind of got back on track with this idea of, you know, learning about sorcery. I still feel Jujutsu is it's basically a shonen story by the numbers, you know, same as Demon Slayer. It's just Demon Slayer is much better. Demon Slayer, One Piece, Naruto, all of those, it starts with like just one dude and then it gradually expands. There's some challenges that come up and the characters keep changing, and I won't automatically say it's a slow burn, but it's going to be one of those things again. And the one thing I do like about this show is I really like how Tokyo it is, if that makes sense. It's very Tokyo and it's very city based. It does it really well. When you live out here for so long, there are certain charm points that you can kind of tell, and the way they included in this works really well. Like, you know, they called it TDL instead of Tokyo Disneyland. You know, people want to go to Tokyo Disneyland. That's one of the main reasons they moved to Tokyo or something like that, so they can go check it out, right? There were some other little minor things that if you live in Tokyo, that feeling certainly exists. But within Japan, within Tokyo, there's also the sort of shrines and temples that are kind of just mixed within this metropolis of a jungle. So I think they do that really, really well with this show. And as I said before, throughout this series, I really like the voiceover work. This is some like it's hard. I think it's hard for a lot of people to tell, but I don't know. You would have to tell me, but there's something kind of unique about the voiceover work. Itadori, as particularly his accent and his like the way he speaks in Japanese is not very typical. It's not a very like hero type of voice. I don't know, like sometimes other shows can feel a bit scripted sometimes. So what I really like about particularly Itadori and the other characters is like, and especially the Megumi, not his name's not Megumi. I'm sorry, the Sephiroth looking bad guy. I want to say Mito Hoshi or something like that. Their particular dialect and their voice direction is done really well, where it's not so scripted like a lot of other shows that are a lot of typical shonen shows. So I like the way so far as this is working out, it was the concept of this jujutsu world is a little hard for me to keep in mind, like when they're kind of explaining their powers, but I kind of do like that it's a different sort of physics that they're kind of, it reminds me a bit of like a balance between actual physics, real physics, and magical physics, for example Harry Potter or something like that. So they explain it, and they try to kind of ground it in terms of like video game logic, and it's good. Sometimes I just kind of forget it, like particularly the guy with the glasses who's really straightforward, and he's got like a blunt object. He was explaining his thing, and I was like, okay, I kind of get it. Like, we'll see. So, I'm down with it. I really like this show. What I really like to do, though, is improve my living space or viewing space and actually include some lighting material, backlighting, because I feel like this show really caters to that sort of style. I'm watching it on my ultra wide screen, and unfortunately, because of that 16:9 sort of stasis, it's opened up, but it's not as strong as I would like. I suppose like a lot of it tends to get cut off in the playthrough like that, so it probably would be better on a regular TV or something like that. I don't know. The black bars tend to show up a lot. It doesn't bother me so much, but I'm sure it probably would look better on just a regular television or something like that. But either way, I would like to do something that would really make the whole scene just like react. So that would be so cool, but that's a very expensive sort of investment. If you follow me on TikTok, if you follow me on Twitch, you know I have talked a lot about improving that sort of setup with lighting, and maybe in the future we will. Maybe we'll get sponsored with this channel. All right, guys. So make sure you just check out the rest of these. We're exclusively doing most of the full reactions on Patreon, where you can watch every episode, and we occasionally do the watch-alongs on Twitch as well. I just decided to just marathon through most of them today so I can get caught up with the rest of the world, because in all likelihood, by the time I get caught up, I think the show I think it's already on 22 right now, episode 22. In all likelihood, I think it's gonna be, I'll be a little late to the party, but I'll be sure to give you my reactions to that. And then we also have Boku no Hero Academia, My Hero Academia, starting next week, so that's also a bit of a problem. So I want to start catching up on a few of these, just burn right through them. Make sure you check them all out on Patreon. I think we're giving a special price for them this time around, and we'll talk to you on the next series or episode.